Dire team ban.
Hello, welcome back to the MDL. My name is Nomagas and this is Mad Kings Esports versus Infamous. Yep, this is a big series. This is a best of 3 series. A loser gets knocked out. The winner gets to go on to face the winner of SG versus the winner of last game, which was Lucini, who have made an astonishing run through this this bracket. They started last, and now they're nearly in the finals. So Lucini fighting hard. They beat Midas Club, they beat T-Show, and well, now they've got to beat SG. That will be a harder one than the previous. So tricky, but there you go. Let's look at this series though. I mean, we've got Infamous versus Mad Kings. Mad Kings did quite well in the group stages, which let them qualify through in this semi-final match. Infamous, meanwhile, they had to fight as well, but Stars gave them the default win. They had some internal issues, so they got a default win through their first round. Second round, they beat G-Pride, and now they are here in round number 3 versus Mad Kings. What can they pull out to make it to the finals? And who's going to be in the finals? Let me know what you think, guys. My money is SG versus Mad Kings, but I think most people would say that.
Radiant team pick.
I don't know, Mad Kings have been really good. But anyway, let's get into this draft. So far in this game, we have ourselves a Bounty Hunter and a Bane for Infamous. Meanwhile, Mad Kings, they go for the Dark Willow and the Nature's Prophet.
10 seconds remaining.
I like the Willow and the Prophet. They work quite well together. They synergize nicely. You can trap them inside those trees, and then the Willow can throw down her root. You can also use Terrorize and then trap them in the trees so they can't move anywhere. They'll just be stunned walking at trees. And that comes an Omni Knight from them as well, so.
Radiant team pick.
I like the Prophet as well because you don't really know where it's going to go. Mad Kings have played it in full position. They play it in the off lane. They'll play it anywhere. They'll play it solo, safe lane. And there's a Dragon Knight as well from Mad Kings. Okay. Very defensive lineup so far. Not a whole lot of catch, has to be said. Meanwhile, Infamous, quite the opposite. They've got a Bounty Hunter, the Puck, and the Bane. They want to kill stuff, but Mad Kings, they're just picking heroes which don't want to get killed. And I'm actually really surprised they didn't ban out the Bounty Hunter. Sorry, I'm surprised Infamous didn't ban out the Omni Knight when picking Bounty. Very good versus that hero. So, Infamous, what's next for them? They have many options. My guess is, I don't know. They need their safe laner. They need their off laner, or they can run Puck on the off lane. I'm pretty good for them this game. Yeah, and they don't want to lane the Puck versus the Dragon Knight. If they lane the Puck versus the Dragon Knight, then Puck's not gonna have a good time. He generally can't get a whole lot of farm away from that, so things get kind of messy, and he can't bully him either, which is problematic. But Infamous really going through a lot of their reserve time here. Nice to see that Viper banned out by Mad Kings. That is Pepita's favorite hero of all time. He'll play it every single time if he can. So they did respect ban that one, and it's gonna be the Morphling for Infamous. Pretty nice hero for them this game. You can turn into that Omni Knight, and that's going to be pretty good. I like the Morphling pickup here, just because, I mean, he can also turn into the Dark Willow, some good spells here. Oh, Nature's Prophet, Global Teleport Morphling, hello. I've never seen that before, but that could be actually so sick. That could be so sick. Even the Dragon Knight if you just want to be tanky, but I mean, you don't really have the strength to be a Dragon Knight, I guess, but your armor would just be absolutely insane. Can you imagine a Morphling turning into a Dragon Knight and getting Dragon's Blood with his high armor? That'd be funny. Yeah, you could go all strength even and just become a tanky dragon. No, yeah, many options available for the Morphling this game. I like it as a pick. It's fun, it's creative, it's gonna be good.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
So Infamous, final pick. How do they round off this draft? Well, what options do they have? They've got the Morphling, he's going to be in the safe lane. I mean, it depends whether they want to put the puck mid or in the off. It can do well either, probably best in the off lane. You don't want to lane that Dragon Knight versus the puck, so I would probably pick something which can do either. No, it's your Timbersaw, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can be off lane, can be mid lane. Up to you. Mad Kings, what are they going to go for? Ooh. Picking the OD into the Timbersaw. Leo style. He does like this hero. Looks like we're gonna have a Benja's Omni Knight. Okay. Yeah, so 4 position Nature's Prophet. Gonna have 5 position Dark Willow. It's quite greedy from Mad Kings, but I think it will pay off. Meanwhile, Infamous, yeah, as I said, Morphling, it's going to be an interesting pick. Now, Infamous, they've got the Bounty Hunters, they're basically just going to be running at you. And judging by this draft, they really want to get a good start to their Morphling and basically just run at you as 5 heroes. If they don't get a good start to the Morphling, they're running you as 4 heroes. Whatever happens, they're going to be running at you. Meanwhile, on the side of, well, I mean, they're just going to be chilling out on the side of, Infamous. They're going to be poking, they're going to be trying to find weaknesses. Sorry, on the side of Mad Kings, they're going to be trying to find weaknesses in the Infamous draft. And, basically, the idea of their gameplay is to just hang back, not give away track kills. That's very, very important to them. And you can tell with the heroes they've picked, especially the Omni Knight, they're not looking to try and give away kills. They're going to be defensive. They're going to be playing far back. They've got plenty of spells, like they've got the Astral, they've got the Teleport with the Sprout, they've got all sorts of hero-saving spells. Even Terrorize is going to be really useful this game, just to try and not let people die. And it sounds stupid, but that is going to be the aim of the game. If you give away track kills by being over-aggressive, you're going to have a horrible game, especially on heroes like OD. They don't play well from behind. They don't play catch-up well at all. You need to find the kills, so they're going to be waiting to hit some timings. I'm going to bet they're going to go for the Hurricane Pike on the OD. It's going to be useful for them to keep a distance from this Timbersaw. Dragon Knight may be looking for a Blink Dagger for that initiation. I would think so. Meanwhile, Matthew looking to scout here. And look at Benja's in the trees here, but they're actually going to find him, so they really needed this information so that they know where to lane the OD. Sorry, where to lane the puck. They don't want him to come up against that that Dragon Knight. They want the Timbersaw versus DK. That is the matchup they want.
The battle begins.
So yep, they rotate the Timbersaw down here, and that's making maximum use out of that Invis hero there. And Ben just didn't want to give it away, and he's probably gonna think he's not giving it away here as well. He's gonna be like, haha, juked him good, but you didn't. You didn't. Well. The OD getting those shared tangos, quite nice. I'm sure he didn't have to ping his teammates as much as I do to get them. And now we got the Bane in the middle lane, and we're gonna have a pause. True SA style. Tim Soren and Pike just reconnecting real quick. So how does this middle lane go with Bane in the mix? It's definitely going to be a pain for Leo Star, and you can already see him looking to do a bit of harass damage here. Whether he puts on the Enfeeble, I don't know. He's already going for the Astral, in fact. Who is he Astraling? Astraling the Bane? He's not in range for an Astral on Bane, I don't think. We don't get to see the range, apparently. Who knows? Maybe on the top lane, we're going to have Omni Knight and Nature's Prophet, and this Nature's Prophet I'm pretty sure is not going to be taking the farm. Yeah, look at him, he's got the Observer Ward. Although that was given to him by the Willow. But yeah, he's just going to hang back and harass, and Omni Knight will be taking the farm here. 4 position Prophet has such good value. And yeah, there we go, there's the Enfeeble onto the OD, trying to last hit with not much damage at all. It's tricky, it's a hard life. Meanwhile, in bottom, Ben just finds himself in the unfavourable matchup where he's against the Timbersaw. That is not ideal, but if they TP round, then they'll just be followed with another TP. So that has the value of the scouting bounty hunter. Oh, in mid, they've actually brought some treants along to help out. A little bit of extra damage going through from the tree. I think he's just standing up here. He's probably going to come in and try and throw in some right clicks as well. Just runs himself under tower, doesn't even care here. We'll take a couple of hits in return. But yeah, Slandon getting aggressive, and at top they're just going to leave the Omni Knight alone versus the Puck. It's absolutely fine. Omni Knight won't be in trouble here, but neither will the Puck. But again, like, Puck likes to dominate lanes, and he can't dominate a lane versus Omni Knight. Or the DK, to be honest, but the DK is the worst of the two, I guess. And he's got the silence for the Omni. Like, DK doesn't even care if he's silenced early on. So looking at CS, Omni Knight and Morphling are the leaders right now. I'm sure that'll change as time goes on. We're only 2 minutes in. But it is interesting to see who is getting farm and who isn't. And poor old Leo Style definitely is not. He is really starting to struggle. Cursed Crown. Just, I mean, Dark Willow just isn't really this fantastic mid harasser. She has great harassing potential. Oh, looks like they're going to swap up the OD and the DK. This is really nice, actually. Put the OD versus the Timbersaw. That's a nice lane for the OD. DK doesn't even care if he gets enfeebled. He's got Dragon's Breath. But this mid game, it's going to be all about Matthew, and for Matthew to be effective in the mid game, he's also got to hit his 6 in a reasonable time, be getting those levels, be getting that farm, and not get left behind. That is big. He's just going to hang around Invis. Maybe throw a bit of harass damage onto the OD, but OD doesn't mind. He's finally having a good lane, so he's got a big smile on his face right now as he farms up. Wonder how long they're going to keep it like this. I mean, Benja's just, yeah, as I said, he doesn't really mind about getting enfeebled. Like, he's going for this Soul Ring. He'll be a while before he gets it, but until then, you know, he's just going to kind of sit around in lane. Try and CS. There you go. Yep. Throw out those Breathe Fire. And how far off is he? He's not too far away. I really feel like there's very little kill potential from either team in this laning phase, though. The lack of lockdown from each team is actually quite bizarre. Like, you've only got the Bane on the side of Infamous, Shuriken, Coil. You know, these aren't spells which are good early on at catching people out. And, ooh, Prophet. Dropping kind of low at the top to the Purify. Orbin will be available in 5 seconds from BNN as they use the dust, but Matthew didn't actually go for any jukes here. And, oh, Curse Crown does hit, but Matthew's well out of there.
I'm toying with you.
Sorry, I said Curse Crown. Yeah, that was a Bramble Maze. New hero. Let me off, please, guys. And heal out onto the Omni Knight. Although Matthew will find himself stunned up, but that's not too big a deal. As Excelga chases down Ted. And bottom lane, once we have these points in Arcane Orb coming out, then this Timbersaw may start having a slightly worse time in lane. But right now, he's doing absolutely fine. Being astraled up. Just classic Outward Devourer. But yeah, he's got to get the levels first. But luckily in a solo lane, he's more likely to get the levels. And the Bane won't come to this lane. There's no reason for the Bane to come to this lane. Like, Timber's doing fine. You won't really be able to zone Leo Style that much. And you want to keep the pressure on mid. And make sure that the Morphling's having a nice lane. So that's the most important thing. A little bit of a D-ward fight going on as Ted D-wards Excelga's ward right in front of his face. That's just rude. That's absolutely rude. Yeah, you harass him, Excelga. That's just not nice. Only 2 wards. Wow, what an item build. This new hero is so good that you can just you don't need items. Oh no, top lane, it goes down. They actually find the kill onto Matthew here with the Omni Knight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Ben just now has his Soul Ring, so I think even the Bane might even just leave this lane now. You know, throwing a Feeble on him just doesn't do as much anymore. And yeah, the harass onto Morphling is actually quite a lot. They're bringing in the Bounty Hunter here. Do the range see him? No, that ward is way out of view. And oh, he actually walks under it, so Ben just now knows, and we'll just run straight back to the tower. Well, he doesn't actually want to give it away, so he's going to stick around, but I mean, we've got quite nice vision on the Radiant here. I actually see them wrapping around. Ben just completely knows about all of this. He knows exactly where Excelga is. What a fantastic ward and Sentry combination. That Sentry was here to de-ward as well, so I guess a dual purpose ward. Valuable Sentry. Full value. jumping forwards just to get some CS, but yeah, I mean, the DK is currently sitting on 23, and finally we're going to see them making a move onto Benjers here. Nightmare is not available, so Excelgood won't be able to get those free hits off, and it's just going to be a bit of a harass with the double damager and still not really doing anything to Benjers with those 2 points in Dragon's Blood. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, spent a lot of time looking at mid. Let's look. Sorry, I've lane favoritism from the caster there. You've heard about team bias, but we haven't heard about lane bias. Matthew hanging out here. He's kind of struggling to really find anything, but as I said, like, they don't really have the lockdown early on to get kills. And Infamous do have a very... Sorry, Mad Kings have a very defensive draft, so it's going to be tricky for Infamous to get kills, even with the bounty hunter track. And they need a good start to the Timbersaw, but they also need to make sure that their Morphling is getting a lot and he doesn't fall behind. Oh, God. Okay. Maybe, I mean, Dark Blade's just got brown boots, so she is incredibly squishy if she wasn't enough already. So that was just a very quick kill, though. Even for a squishy hero, that she just died. She wasn't even like below half health. Oh, into the middle lane. And Benja's just kind of fighting up. He's just not bothered about this middle lane at all. So Bane's been wasting a lot of time here. I feel like Bane should have just left once he got that soul ring. There's not much he can do after that. And Slandon, he's just like the greedy 4. Until he's needed, he's just gonna farm, and he's always got this teleport, so he's always gonna be where he's needed. So yeah, he's all good, man. He's just chilling. Meanwhile, Puck, I'm gonna have to play around the Omni Knight a little bit to avoid taking too much damage, but he's already taken a whole chunk from that Purify. He's got his level 6 now, holding on to that extra level though. Meanwhile, in bottom, gonna jump onto Ted here. The damage is a lot, but now Pepita will have to get out because Leo Style has got this Arcane Orb and can do a lot of damage to this Sarah Blade. Can he finish him off though? That is a question. Pepita having to navigate the Babel Maze, and they will find him with that Shadow Realm hit and a hit from the Arcane Orb. That is a kill. And yep, I mean, you don't mess with Arcane Orb, and I love the seal, but 1 point into Astral and then get those Arcanes up. That's how we do. That is how we do. Middle lane, waveform forwards, trying to kill Benjers here. Can they do it? He's stunned him, trying to turn it around, but Morphling has got the Attribute Strift when he's back. And there's the heals from Omni Knight. As we see, they're just not willing to give anything away. And like, who can they kill this game? I feel like Nature's Prophet is the only one who is going to be in a lot of danger of dying this game. And he's only level 4, so...
God, I love money.
I don't know. It's tricky. It's very, very tricky for Infamous to find a gap. But once they start finding that gap, you know, once the first couple of track kills coming in, they'll get that gold advantage, and then things will get easier for them. But until then, they will need to try and find something. And yeah, as I said, Man King's just trying to play as defensive as possible. So Roshan will be a big point of contention this game, but I actually don't think Roshan's going to get done until like 25 minutes into the game. At least if Mad Kings play this game anything remotely like how they want to play it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, just going for the safe pushes. BNN. Yeah, sprouted up, but he's of course got that. Oh, gotta be careful not to get stunned, but will throw out the silence and get himself away. The Dragon Tail was there. The Dragon Form, the Dragon Tail was there. And now they're just back out. You know, no pressure at all on them to try and overextend. I mean, the Bounty Hunter doesn't even have 6 now, but just playing it nice and easy. But the smoke in from behind, but it's only 2 heroes. I mean, they could maybe blow up the Willow pretty quick. And it will get spotted. Ted just backing off now. Looks like everybody's just going to back off from one another, actually. No blood spilt. Oh, BNN still trying to defend his tower as best he can. But with all these little treants coming in, it's pretty difficult for Puck. So, Infamous, they're going to be looking for the timings, right? They want their Blink Dagger on Puck. That's for certain. Looks like they're going for the Hood of Defiance on the Timbersaw. They want anything else after that. I mean, like, it's before they start going to go for kills. I think they just want the Blink and the Hood of Defiance. And look at Puck, he's just flat out rushing it. It's so good playing bodyguard for him whilst he farms up in this bottom lane. They don't want to risk going for anything without it, though. Which is fair, like, it's all about momentum this game, right? Infamous, they just want to keep ramping up their momentum. And if they start off on the wrong foot, then they might never even get in the first place.
Saw that one coming.
Yeah, Star, just hitting some creeps. Bit of creep abuse never hurt anyone. The creeps. We'll throw it over to the net worth, even though it's been a very slow game. I think a 12-minute net worth change is actually fine. And yep, 4 points in Essence Aura and 2 points in the Astral, and all of a sudden Excelgood is in a lot of trouble. What can they do to save him? I think he's absolutely dead here. No TPs coming in. They're just going to accept that death. And Mad Kings find their third, only the fourth kill in the entire game with 12 minutes. Down to bottom we go. They don't want to give anything away. We'll throw out that stun onto the Timbersaw. Okay, now Bounty Hunter has his 6. Puck. Does she have her blink? It's coming out. What?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What does this Puck have? Puck has... Going for the Helm of the Dominator? Really? Okay. Well, I guess they have absolutely no push other than the Helm of the Dominator Puck. This is new. This is very interesting. Okay. No, I can see what they're going for, but... I mean, I guess, like, what do they really do against a creep on the side of Infamous? And I don't know. I'm sure there's something more to this. It does give them the catch. It gives them something to hold on to people rather than the Bane ult, which he doesn't have yet. Still what I think I'd like to see a Blink Dagger. So now they're going for the first track kill of the game. The Astral is out. Are we going to have the TP? Surely the Knight's going to come down. Maybe they just say no to this one. Let the track kill go through and go for a tier 2 at bottom. That is worth it. Making the trades on Mad Kings. They sacrifice their mid laner. They don't want to give up the top tower as well. So DK's going to get out of here. I feel like they need to finish this one off, but now that the DK's TP, they really won't be able to do that. Tier 1 at mid drops, so they lose a hero, a tier 1 mid, and they don't need to get the tower at bottom. Slightly questionable from Mad Kings here. Maybe a little bit of misjudgment. Only Knight TPs into the middle lane, and he gets netted up. Didn't want the creep to die. Being more worried about himself, but he was worried about the creep. Terrorize has been used, but Matthew throws out the damage onto 10 with a waveform. Dark Willow's just about alive, but there's the adaptive strike to finish him off. Now Matthew, well, he's going to be dusted up inside those creeps. Nowhere to go. Now blocked up with the ultimate from Excelgood from the side. They will be able to take down the Prophet. That is another track kill, but now the bounty is dead, so at least when DK goes down, he won't give the extra gold, but he still does die. 3 kills for Infamous in the top lane. That is very good for them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That is a fantastic start to this game. As I said, getting off on the wrong foot. Well, this is certainly not the wrong foot. And look at these wards. I mean, just look at this warding from the Dire, right? Like, look at the minimap here. We got like this. Oh my. Okay, don't look at the minimap. I've ruined it. I've ruined everything. But we have this Dire ward in lane here. We have another Dire ward on the cliff here. And then we have another Dire ward on the cliff here. So they have very deep vision. Meanwhile, Slandon able to kill the Bane, just extending for a little bit too long there. Without any other heroes to back him up. Yep, Matthew just kind of staring at Willow longingly, wishing he could hold her. He could have her. But it was not to be. They were on other sides of the teams. They wouldn't allow it. No one would accept them for who they were, so they had to remain what society wanted them to be. Tragic. Anyway, they also killed her, in case you weren't watching. If you're here for the ASMR cast, then welcome. I wonder if everybody just listens to Garth. I guess a lot of people listen with it just on the background, so maybe I should call out every single kill that happens. That makes sense. Pretty sure that's what good casters do. And that's what I aspire to be, a good caster. Just like these guys, aspiring to be good Dota players, which I feel like Matthew's doing an excellent job this game so far, just scouting. He's been there for the track kills, it's been, you know, just able to make opportunities so far, and Infamous are actually getting ahead a little bit. Although this is a big kill, and Morphling did not more strength there, and he does go down. Let's see how much damage Bedlam did, because that's a really fun spell, which does a totally reasonable amount of damage. Let's see. Well,
Radiant's top
a
tower
lot.
is under
There you go.
attack.
Bedlam did. Okay, 230 damage. So maybe I'm being a
Radiant's top tower has
dramatic.
fallen.
A drama. Being dramatic.
Seeds of fortune.
Top tower goes down to BNN. So that was one of the last tier 1s of the game. If not the last tier 1. Yep, the one last tier of the game. Omni Knight's trying to get out of this one. I think he will be able to do so. Once he puts that repel down, it's very difficult for them to actually kill him. They need those right clickers with like... Well, they need the Morphling to get scatty basically before they can kill Omni Knight, which is gonna be a long time. What else can they use? I mean, there's not even a whole... I guess they could use Bane ulti, but... Yeah, Bane ulti's totally worth for a position 3 Omni, actually. And he's going for the Greaves as well, so he's going to be super... Oh, no, he's not going for the Greaves. That's interesting. He's just going for the, phase boots. Meanwhile, Benja's popping dem drums, chasing people down. Not even sure that what drums was about actually, because he wasn't actually chasing anyone down. He's just pumped. He's just pumped and ready to go. Wants to make some music. Why you gotta be like this, guys? He's just trying to make some music, make the world a better place. People ask him why he's using drum charges. Come on, man. Yeah, Benja's... I mean, look at this net worth. Things are looking really weird. So Omni Knight is the fattest hero in the game. Morphling is the fattest hero in the game. And that's not a surprise. That's not weird at all. He's farming very well. Then we have the Omni Knight. A little bit weird to see him on top of the Radiant team, especially when you got a DK and a OD. But they really, you know, they're buying into this whole defensive thing. They don't really want to die. They don't really want to take any risks. That means they're not getting kills, and that means they're not getting very far ahead. They're not keeping map control as well, so...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under
Ulti
attack.
gonna rip through. Nah. They're going for another tower. With Benjas, they can do that, especially with the Treant as well, that position 4 Treant. They're going to try and push up bottom as well, and bottom tier 2 is also very low already. Now they take this tier 2 at top.
Dire's top tower
They'll have to
has
threaten the
fallen.
high ground and try and force back this push up bottom, but it's too late. Their tower's already gone.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And I'm assuming they're just going to get back pretty quickly here. In comes the puck. And Leostyle just grabs a creep to get some extra damage on the tower. The DK coming up, take a few hits. Now he's enfeebled. He'll just back out. Track's coming off, so they need to get themselves out of here. It is tricky to run away from a team with track, especially when that team consists of Timbersaw and Puck. The one TP out from the untracked hero. Prophet's out of here, but he'll be back in a minute. They're actually looking to turn around on this one. Benja's taking on the front lines.
Under attack.
Doesn't care. Morphling nearby. He's got that Lincoln Sphere, so very difficult to shut down. They're just moving as a team. Terrorize charging up. Prophet thinking of TPing back in. Now comes a repel from the Omni Knight, so they can't really do anything about that. But wait, there's an Omni Knight of our own, and as we said before, this is just going to be what they do every single fight. And now jumping onto 2. Nice Fear Gate, get the puck in that. If they can take the puck down in time, it would be huge, but they can't quite do it. And now this anti-slips, yes they can. Leostyle gets 2 on the back lines. Meanwhile in the front, they've lost the Omni Knight, but the stun out onto Leostyle. Can they take down this Morphling? Yes they can. They get him. And now Pepita, he's actually doing a lot of damage here. Pepita's got a Bloodstone. I mean, this guy is farm, but Leostyle, if he can kill him here, it'd be huge. But no, he's the one that goes down. Pepita finds this kill. Infamous, they're taking the advantage here. Only the Dark Widow, never mind. Only the DK left. And Ben just finds himself fighting up against too many heroes. Where do you go? What do you do? Make space, TP out, not going to happen. Pepita's triple kill for him. And this Timbersaw is getting very far ahead, very, very quickly. 19 charges on his Bloodstone. That is like the perfect entry to a Bloodstone pickup. Oh dear. So, Infamous taking a strong lead to this game early on. Now Blink Dagger queued up on that Timbersaw as well. I do like that versus the team of Mad Kings. It gets you right on their faces, past that Omni Knight and into the glory targets. I'm talking about the Nature's Prophet. Easy to bring down, quick. Position 4 Nature's Prophet does not survive. Dark Willow, just gonna pop. Those two guys, without their Omni Knight there, with the Blink Dagger, the ability to get on top of them, Pepita's gonna ruin them. Infamous have a very strong start to this
Dire's
game.
middle tower is under attack.
They have this bounty hunter, so all of those kills were just worth even more than just regular.
My waters rise.
Not entirely sure what you do here on the side of Mad Kings. I mean, I guess you just keep trying to farm, but you're probably not gonna. Well, you're not gonna get the space to in a minute. Infamous are just looking for some more timing. They've got that blink dagger. But did they get the blink dagger? No, he's actually going straight for the Shiva's guard. Very nice this game. Gives some armor. Stops him dying to the DK, but more importantly, the slow is going to be huge. When you lack catch, Shiva's is the item to go for. They don't really lack that much catch in Infamous with the puck, but still, it's nice. It's a nice thing to get. Ben just pops the ultimate really early here. And moving as 4. Now they're going to see that troll. BNN would be a huge target. Omni Knight reveals the Terrorize going to be used. Who have they got in here? It is a Morphling. Can they kill him in time? They need to keep him locked down, but he is Morphling strength. He is going to waveform away here. Now the Cursed Crown comes through. Meanwhile, it's a nice coil onto 2, and in comes a Timber Saw as well. What can he do in this fight? He jumps through, starting to get a bit of damage off. No one has dropped yet. Dark Willow very low, just trying to stay out, but she is going to die. The Timber Saw finds him. Now going in, trying to get more. But the OD is a big one to fall. Now Slandon, can he get out of this one as well? No, he cannot. Another kill going the way of Infamous. Track kill after track kill after track kill. And look at this graph. I mean, it just keeps on sliding down into Infamous's favor. And Mad Kings, they cannot find... They can't find a fight. They can't find a good fight. They smoke up. They do everything they wanted to. They did everything they needed to. And in the end, they still lose the fight. Infamous already. They were going for it. Was it under an Infamous ward? I mean, they've got deep wards, so maybe they even saw the smoke, but just baiting it out with the Morphling, but I'm fairly sure it was just a regular rotation. Now, nice CPN on the Morphling onto that creep, and we will take down this Roshan. Still really weird to see the Helm of the Dominator first item on Puck. Very weird item, but there you go. Dark Willow just getting stunned up. Mad Kings want to contest this. They're lining up outside this Roche pit. Prophet TPing in as well. Gonna send in those treants. But Peter, well, he's just gonna frontline this. He's pretty close to his Shivas. And they're actually gonna go in on Mad Kings here. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter's going to find a Radiant Courier. That's going to contain some pretty valuable wards. Brown Woman is going to go down. This looks like an initiation. There's Peter coming through, throwing down, and now the Terrorize going to only land. Yeah, he lands on 2 very nicely actually, as BNN gets taken out and the Puck cannot get away from this damage. And look at Timber's already starting to go down. The Bedlam rips through him, and now the GAUs. As the fake Omni Knight is trying to run away. Control X and Control V and Control maybe die. Nope, get him through the tree lines. Back into Morphling form and led out by his friend. What a guy. It's like, you know, some friends, they'd be the kind of friends who just leave you in the trees and say, lol, you suck, bye. And just TP out. But Pepita's the kind of guy who he'll gladly throw a Shakram your way if you're stuck in trees. If you're lost in the woods, Pepita will find you. And that's what you want in a teammate.
Dire's middle tower
Employ
is
Pepita
under
now.
attack.
I should write this dude CV. Anyway, Mad Kings, after taking a surprisingly convincing fight, going down middle lane, and they've got an Aegis on their OD, things have turned around for them big time. Which is pretty surprising considering they just lost a bunch of fights with track kills involved, so... Hey, there you go. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet, he's got that medallion, he's got the Spirit Vessel as well. The Spirit Vessel, he's actually farmed really well, but then again, he is a Prophet, so he's always got that ultimate just to throw out, and he just gets creeps, and the Treant's always going to be pushing lanes, so even as a 4, I mean, this is why you pick him as a 4, right? You can just basically farm. And now he's got those 2, like, kind of value utility items in the Solar Crest and the Spirit Vessel, both of these really, really good. Nice versus the Morphling, the right-click damage from them. Other than that, I don't know, not a whole lot. There's not much right click on Infamous, but the Morphling is more than enough to warrant it. He's actually going shotgun. This does surprise me because they've already got loads of magical damage on the side of Infamous. So the fact they're going shotgun on top of all that magic damage from Timber and Puck is really surprised me. I feel like it would be more beneficial just to go down the right click route, but he's already bought that Ghost Scepter, so the commitment has already been made. Wondering how they're going to respond to this one on the side of Mad King. So they need to be watching this Morphling. He is very high up on the net worth chart. I mean, I feel like BKBs would be kind of dreamy now.
My waters rise.
Pretty ideal, but then again, you've got an Omni Knight. So again, I question why get an Ethereal Blade into an Omni Knight. It doesn't pierce BKB. I'm fairly sure. I don't know, maybe someone correct me on that. I don't know. I'm fairly certain Ethereal Blade does not go through BKB. Oop, what the? Doesn't really say. Well, there you go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wondering if this OD can get some big hurricane fights off. I mean, usually want the bounty hunter on your side for that, so that you can hurricane pike them and then hit them with a bunch of arcane orbs. But yeah, Matthew's still just doing some scouting, and he's actually got the exact same build as the Prophet, going for the Soul Crest and Spirit Vessel, except I think Prophet has got phase boot. No, he's just got brown boots. So there you go. Prophet doesn't really need any boots. Net worth taking a really big dip for Mad Kings as Infamous start to get ahead. And like they have these farming heroes, so they don't farm as well as, I mean, I wouldn't say they actually farm as well as the enemy team. And you do see these guys on top, which, I mean, looking at their KDA, yeah, they've got the highest KDA, and with these bounty hunter track kills coming through, and also their ability to hit creeps. Let's look at CS, and yep, you do see those two on the top. So they just don't have the same farming ability. I guess farm ability is a pretty cool word. We can use that instead. They don't have the same farm ability on the inside of the Infamous. Oh, yeah, and that's not a very long illusionary orb. Leostar won't find it. Meanwhile, Radiant's Courier goes down. Who was it? I think that was actually Morphling. But Matthew also dies in return. Where was that? Dark Willow got the kill. Oh, right here. Okay, so the courier's just coming out to them there, and yeah, he got killed. What was in that courier? I didn't actually check. Came up at the right and I just didn't look at it, didn't read it. My eyes went blank. I glazed over, started dribbling, and went into my own little world. There you go. Sometimes it happens. This Spirit Vessel is really good versus DK. I mean, it's Bounty Hunter who has the Spirit Vessel on the side of Infamous, and Spirit Vessel is also really good versus Morphling. So it's a really big, and of course the Timsaw, because he gets a ton of HP regen from his reactive armor, so cancels that, which is nice. He's also got the Hood of Defiance, which gives him 6.5 HP regen. People discount that, but that's a lot of HP regen. And of course a Bloodstone, which I think it just gives you mana regen, but it's stats, it's regular stats give you 7 HP regen. So there's loads of HP regen on this guy right now. Meanwhile up at top, Ted is being chased down, and I'm not entirely sure he actually lives here. Popping the Bedlam, and the bounty knows he needs to get away. Oh dear, nope, never mind. Excel Good is there to finish it off. Thank God. I nearly cried for Matthew there. If he died in that situation, that would have just been horrible. It's so frustrating to just be like chasing down a Dark Willow and then all of a sudden just goes, oh, by the way, Bedlam, bye. You're dead.
I will be the talk of the lanes.
So looks like the DK is going for this BKB, which, as I said, was a really good choice this game. For both sides, anybody buys a BKB this game, they are laughing. As Tim was doing so well this game. Top of the net worth chart. He's just been farming hard. I mean, he's got 290 CS and a bunch of kills on top of that. Pizza is going in. What's he going for? Oh, he's gone for the plus 100 damage stat. I didn't even know he had that, but that does make sense. So he's hitting for 200 when he gets to hit people. 10% cooldown reduction is pretty insane as well. And of course, you got that 25 time, which is just madness. Finding Benjas here, they've got the track, and they will bring him down. This feels like the first track kill in a very long time. They're not making use out of this hero, I don't think, but I mean, they don't really need to. Infamous just kind of need to hang back and farm. You know, they've kind of baited Mad Kings and playing super defensively, and then just gone, yeah, no, our Timbersaw not actually here to attack you. He's just here to farm things. I mean, 7-2 isn't one crazy like what you expect from a Bounty Hunter and Timbersaw game, but his farm is just phenomenal. And now Puck nearly actually dying just to the damage here, but we'll be able to blink out from the Dark Willow. From the Balanced Willow. Position 5, by the way, nearly killed the Puck. You know, just cause. It's a slow game. It is a slow game. Can't hide from that fact, but it's entertaining from a tactical perspective. Just the way Infamous have played it. Like I don't know how deliberate it was in the draft. Like they may have gotten into the game and realized, like, wait a minute, we don't actually need to attack them. We don't need to run at them. And even I said, like, after the draft, oh, the Infamous's draft clearly just want to run at you like 4 heroes and let the Morphling farm, but they've kind of gone, oh, we don't need to fight you guys. If you're going to play so defensive, you're going to pick all of these defensive heroes and not really get a farming hero in this game, then we're just going to out farm you. And what could, like, you don't buy Battle Fury on Dragon Knight. OD doesn't farm that fast, so they're just falling behind on all of their heroes, and the map control which Bounty Hunter gives you is actually coming in massive this game. You know, just throwing out those tracks on farming heroes, going around in invis. Now, he's had a couple of times for it, but it's totally worth it, so very, very interesting. But now we're going to have a smoke, and the Dragon Knight may well be the target. Oh, counter smoked. And they're going to run away from the existing smoke, so it's smokers chasing smokers. Doesn't look like anybody's going to find anyone, though, so there you go. I mean, Morphling is being pinged out, but I'm pretty sure he's realized that no one in the map is here right now. Yep, there you go. Just gonna get himself out. Get out of here.
Top tower has been denied.
Yeah, Morphlings go for a BKB next, and that's absolutely the right choice. They've actually found Excelgud here, and I love the way that Timbersaw just keeps on farming. He's just like, yeah, you know, bye Bane. Wave at you from the high ground. Don't make too much noise when you die, I'm trying to farm. That's just like literally fine giving away these kinds of kills because they're just so far ahead. 15k gold, they know it, they know they're farming better. And they've got a Scythe of Fires and a Shiva's Guard on their Timbersaw. And they've got Shotgun, an Iascadi, and a Lincolns. Now they are going to come top and try and push towers whilst his Bane is down, but Bane's going to be back soon. I think this almost feels like desperation from Mad Kings. And there's the shotgun onto Benjas, but there's the repel coming in just afterwards, so he's already taken the damage, but at least he is repelled up. Now it's done onto Morph. They take a little damage to their tier 3, but it doesn't go down. Oh, Park just trying to dodge it and will be successful in doing so. It does look like the OD is going to drop, but a little bit more magic damage just to finish him off. Meanwhile, everybody else is going to TP out, so they're just kind of accepting the OD is dead. You know what, who else have they caught here? It's the Omni Knight. Uh-oh, he got ulted up by the Bane, just holding him still whilst his team dealt with the other guy, just saying, yeah, don't worry about it, guys, I got this. Holding this Omni Knight still for you. And everybody else just does their thing. Roshan, he's going to be up in 1 second. Nope. Yes. Wow, like a gift from the gods. He comes down and goes, I gift thee one Roshan. And the humble Morphling doth accept. Oh, he's got that waveform attacks targets. That's pretty cool. That's just to kill the treants every time they get near you. Super neat. Who needs a Battle Fury when you've got waveform attacks targets? You know, it's basically like it's kind of like a value, a very kind of low value flat cannon. You know, very bad flat cannon, but Morphling's good in other ways. You know, not everybody has to have a flat cannon. Much like in real life, people aren't all the same. Everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses. We're not all flat cannons. Some of us are waveforms. And some of us are illusionary orbs. We can all be friends. Or, I mean, it's been a slow game, guys. I don't have an analysis. I've also just casted a really long best of 3, so, and I'm not even halfway through it. We've got the semi-finals of this bracket? No, the other bracket. We got another semi-finals to go, so things are probably just gonna get weirder. If you're enjoying the cast, any complaints, let me know on Twitter. You know, I can always be reached at my Twitter. Bounty Hunter just taking a couple of hits here. In comes Pepita. The fib might have to be popped, but nope, she just accepts her fate. I think she realizes there's no real way she can get out of that one, but at least she'll have Terrorize if she chooses to buy back. Very smart. Can be a really clutch spell. Can be, in the right situations. Meanwhile, Prophet just trying to split push, but this guy's so underfarmed that it's really just Treants doing the work, and I mean, it's doing something at least. Meanwhile, top, they're going to find the Omni Knight. Coming a little bit too far forward there, and Mad Kings lose another hero. And Infamous just really punishing everybody. Benjus, he's tracked up, and oh my god, that's a lot of damage onto him. The Morphling trying to do the damage control. X, can he bring him down? But what a fear, and this is what we were talking about. He didn't use a fear earlier, and it pays off big dividends here, but still, not in control of this fight, not in control of this game. Mad Kings are starting to sweat. They need a miracle. And in comes Morphling. This is not a miracle, this is a morph, and he does get the kill. The shotgun goes off in his face, bam, blasts him into his own base. Dragon Knight, he's getting low. He does have the repel, trying to turn it around, but he's just going to die there. Double Lincolns, and oh, Ted just gets annihilated. The poor Dark Willow wasn't ready. Pepita just doing whatever he likes in this fight. This game feels not quite hopeless, and Divisal's just fighting them under their tier 4s. He's not even bothered. They just waited to farm and then chose when to end the game. Basically, whenever Infamous feel like it. This is just fantastic game, a strategy from Infamous, and they essentially just played to their strengths and kind of baited Mad Kings with a really nice draft. And GG's called. Ben just calls it. We're on to game number 2. Infamous coming through the lower side and showing their strengths. Crikey. Wow.